is up, guys? Welcome to SoHills Kids. It's Sam being here again, and I'm super excited to be here with you guys once again. It's the last week in February. I don't know where this month even went. I feel like February always just disappears. But I got good news. We've got a game, we've got some songs, and we've got a lesson today, and I'm so excited to get started with you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos, because I know I do. So, today we're talking about kindness. I thought I heard some of you guys saying that with me. Yes, we're talking about kindness again for the last Sunday. And this time, we're talking about people who might be hard to be kind to. We all know them. Might be our siblings. But we'll get into it today. But first, we've got some games. So, we're actually going to jump straight in. No transition, weird, I know. But we're going to play a game called Never Have I Ever. We played a game similar a few weeks ago called Hands Down If, but we're going to do it like this. You're going to have 3 fingers, and that's 3 points. And I'm going to say, never have I ever, and then I'm going to give a situation. And if you have done that thing, you have to put your fingers down. So if I said, never have I ever driven a car, well, I've driven a car before, so I have to put my finger down. So then I've only got 2. And when I get down to 0, I'm out. So you have to see if you can last the entire game, okay? So I've got some for us over here. So first one, and this is true, never have I ever had a school lunch. I'm so sorry, but most of y'all probably have to put your fingers down. But I was actually homeschooled, so I never went to a school to get a school cafeteria lunch. Number 2, never have I ever been called to a principal's office. Ooh, I guess that's for good or bad, so if you're a good student, sorry. Number 3, never have I ever broken a bone in my body. Never broken a bone before. I know some of you guys are accident prone, and so you might have to put another finger down. Now, I wonder if any of y'all have done all 3 of these and you're already out. If you are, I'm so sorry. I've got some more. Try again, restart. Never have I ever participated in a school musical or play. So never have I ever been a part of a school musical or a school play. Put your fingers down, okay? Here's one that some of you might not have done simply because you couldn't. Never have I ever made a snow angel. Yeah, I know. I was kind of wishing for snow this year, but it's just looking like it's not going to happen. It's been a while, but never have I ever. If you've made a snow angel before, sorry. Fingers gotta go right down. All right, number 5. Never have I ever drunk milk straight out of the milk carton. I know some of you guys are sneaking that in there. I know you're not supposed to, but you do. Parents, you better watch those fingers too. One might go down and you might have to talk with someone. Alright, anyways, number 6. This one's kind of gross. Never have I ever eaten a booger. Ugh. I hope we're out of that stage for you guys. I mean, I guess when you're a kid it happens, so most of us might have to put our fingers down, but never have I ever eaten a booger. Number 7, never have I ever climbed a tree. So if you have ever climbed a tree before, gotta put that finger down, which, I mean, climbing trees is fun. I can't blame you. I love to do it. Right. Number 9, never have I ever snuck my food up under the table and fed it to the dog while my mom wasn't looking, because who really wants to eat Brussels sprouts? Am I right? They're not that bad, I promise, guys. You got this. All right, last one. Never have I ever swam in the ocean. A lot of you guys that go to the beach got to put a finger down. If you swim in the ocean, you have to put a finger down. Sorry, guys. Hate to do that to you. Now, I want to know, did any of you guys make it? Did anyone still have a finger left? That was like 10 ones that a lot of people have done, so that might have been hard, but maybe you got it, maybe you didn't. Who knows? Either way, we're going to jump into setting up the story today. I will see you guys in just a second. I'm back. Had to make a grand entrance. Anyways, that was an interesting game, right? Why did we play Never Have I Ever? Well, I wanted to show you guys that there are differences in people. You see, your friends, if you would play this, or your family, or your siblings, Reality is, they put their fingers down for different things. Your parents probably put their fingers down for different things than you did, because they might have done things you have, or might not have done things that you have. So, it's very interesting when you begin to learn the differences that people have. And here's the thing about being in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade is that we begin to notice those differences a lot more. As a kid, it might be harder to notice, right? But as we grow up, begin to see the differences. Begin to realize the people we enjoy being around, the people that are funny and fun. So we start making our friend groups, and well, people that are different than us, they kind of get cast to the side. And then there's people who aren't enjoyable to be around. People that might be annoying or weird or say things that don't make sense. And sometimes it's hard to be kind to them if we're really honest with ourselves. It's easy to ignore them or just pretend they're not there, or maybe even laugh at them or make fun of them. But what do? Would Jesus do that? How did Jesus treat people that were different than him? Good thing for us is that we have a story, because with Jesus, he's full of stories that show us how he lived. And we can look at them and we can follow his example. So we're going to jump into that story and see how we can be kind to people that are different than us. First, we're going to check out the last time for this month's memory verse. So hope you guys enjoy it. And then we're going to jump in and see what Jesus has to say. So I'll see you guys in just a second.
Hello everyone, it is Haley and I'm back with a brand new memory verse for the month of February. So this month we're going to be in Colossians 3:12, okay? So I'm going to jump right into it and start teaching y'all the brand new emotions and words that we're going to be memorizing this month, okay? Let's go. So, you are God's chosen people. This part is very simple, very easy. We're going to point outwards, we're going to point upwards, and we're going to point all around, okay? So you are God's chosen people. Good job. All right, next, we're going to say you are holy and dearly loved. So for holy, we're going to make big circular motions with our hands and bring them over our chest. So you are holy and dearly loved. Good job. All right, next, I'm going to say, so put on, we're going to bring something over our head. Pretend we're pulling something over our head. So put on tender mercy. Now this is a sign language motion, or mercy. We're going to have a fist right here beside our chest, and we're going to push our hand outwards for that motion. So put on tender mercy, and the next one is another sign language motion. But I know y'all can do it, okay? We're going to motion kindness. So for the word kindness, we're going to make 2 peace signs. There you go. All right, and now we're going to stick our thumb right in between our peace signs. So this is what it's going to look like from the back, and this is what it's going to look like from the front. There you go. Awesome. So now we're going to bring that and put it in a circular motion. There you go. Yeah. All right. So put on tender mercy and kindness as if they were your clothes. We're going to pick up the shoulders of our shirt and we're going to drop them, let them fall on their own. So put on tender mercy and kindness as if they were your clothes. Awesome. All right, next we're going to say, don't be proud. We're going to make a big no, don't, and then put our hands on our hips for proud. So don't be proud. Be gentle. We're going to softly feel our arm. We're going to gently feel our arm. So be gentle and patient. Now we're going to point to our wrist like there's a watch right here. So be gentle and patient. There you go. And that's in Colossians 3:12. So let's push it all together. I know it's a lot, but y'all got it. I believe in y'all. Okay. You are God's chosen people. You are holy and dearly loved. So put on tender mercy and kindness as if they were your clothes. Don't be proud. Be gentle and patient. Colossians 3:12. Awesome job, you guys. I can't wait to keep learning that over the course of this month with you. With all of you. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you so much, Haley, for that. We always enjoy it. And, well, let's jump in and see what we've got today for our lesson, because it's pretty buck wild, okay? So this is honestly kind of a popular story. I think if you've been in church for a little bit, or you've been going to Sunday school for a while, you've heard this one before. It's the parable of the Good Samaritan. Yeah, that dude. But we've got some stuff before that as well to dive into and figure out what Jesus really means by this. So let's jump in. It's in Luke chapter 10, okay? We're going to be in verses 25, and we're going to read a good bit today. So hope you guys got your reading glasses on and are ready to go. But pull out your Bibles. I'm reading from the NLT. So if you've got that, remember, Luke 10, verse 25. So it says, one day an expert in religious law stood up to test Jesus by asking him this question. Jesus, what should I do to inherit eternal life? And Jesus said, what does the law of Moses say? How do you read it? The man said, you must love the Lord your God with all your heart and soul and all your strength and all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. Right, Jesus told him, do this and you will live. So this guy gets up and he asks a question, and he had another motive. You know how sometimes you ask your mom or dad a question and really you want to know the answer to something else, but you kind of have to test it, or you have an ulterior motive, a different motive? Yeah, that's what this guy's doing. He's asking, and he wants to justify himself. So Jesus gave him the answer, and he says, in verses 28, right, Jesus said, do this and you will live. The man wanted to justify his actions, so he asked, who is my neighbor? So he kind of wanted to get, really detailed with Jesus. It says, love your neighbor as yourself. That's a commandment that we have. But who's really our neighbor is what the guy's asking, right? Is the neighbor the person that lives right beside us? Like, that's my next door neighbor, right? Is that the only person that I have to love? Is my neighbor the people that go to my church? Do I just have to love those people? Who is my neighbor is what this guy is asking. And Jesus has a wonderful story to tell us. And he says, Jesus replied with a story. A Jewish man was traveling from Jerusalem down to Jericho, and he was attacked by bandits. They stripped him of his clothes, beat him up, and left him half dead beside the road. So he's not in a good situation. This guy was just traveling along on a road, and here's the thing, back then roads could be dangerous. They could be sharp curves and steep hills. In fact, this road right here that Jesus was telling the story about was known for being extra dangerous. That's why Jesus chose it. So this Jewish man was robbed, beat up, and left to die on the side of the road. It's actually quite sad. And by chance, a priest came by. He followed Jesus, or he followed God. He had to be someone that would help him. But when he saw the man lying on the road, he crossed to the other side and passed him. Wow. A temple assistant, somebody else who works at like a church or the temple. They're coming. Maybe they'll save him. But he walked over and looked at him lying there and also passed on the other side. Then a despised Samaritan came along. And when he saw the man, he felt compassion. Now, I wanted to give you guys an example here. I've got three things. I've got oil, I've got water, I've got a cup here. So, here's the thing. It's kind of hard to understand what Samaritan was and how the Jews felt about them, but it's very similar to how oil and water mix. You see, the Jews and the Samaritans were worst enemies. Think the villain in a superhero show. The arch nemesis. They hated each other. They were not friends. They probably fought. And here we have this Jewish man, this Samaritan man. and they're looking out for each other. But they were like, well, oil and water. You see, when you put oil and water together, it doesn't mix. Oil and water won't go together. Can you see that? The oil's on the top, and if I stir and shake, and no matter what I do with this, I'm gonna really just get it sloshing around, it's gonna end up the same. It's gonna end up separated. And that's how the Jews and the Samaritans felt about each other. They wouldn't even go near each other. The Jews would walk around the whole city of Samaria just to avoid being near them. That's how they felt. So this makes kindness, the kindness that the Samaritan showed, all the more important. So finishing up the story, it said, going over to him, the Samaritan soothed his wounds with olive oil and wine, bandaged them, and he took the man on his own donkey to an inn where he took care of him. The next day he handed the innkeeper 2 silver coins, telling him, take care of this man, and if my bill runs higher than this, I'll pay you next time I'm here. Now which of these 3 would you say was a neighbor to the man who was attacked by bandits? Jesus asked. The man replied, the one who showed him mercy. And Jesus said, yes, now go and do the same. Interestingly enough, if you notice, the guy who asked Jesus the question to start with was a Jew. And in that right there, he wouldn't even say the Samaritan. He just said the man who helped him. That's how much they didn't like each other. So Jesus' story was crazy kindness. It was really unthinkable. But Jesus shows us the importance of kindness. We're going to discuss that a little bit. We've got a great song coming up. So you guys listen to this song, worship and sing along, and we'll come back and discuss why this is important in just a second. I'll see y'all there.
Come on, let's sing. I was lost with a broken heart. You picked me up, now I'm set apart. From the ash I am born again, forever safe in the Savior's hands. You were more than my words could say. I'll follow you, go
crazy story. You see, Jesus really broke some boundaries and separated lines that had been drawn and just kind of barged right through them. But we can see what Jesus means here. When he's talking about kindness, it's very easy for us to be kind to people who are like us, right? People in our schools that are in the same sport or do the same thing in band, right? It's easy to be kind to those people because they're like us and we're familiar, we're comfortable, and we know how they act. But what about people who are different? People who might be weird or strange, or we don't get along with, or we don't even agree with, or who have different ideas than us, or think the world should run a different way. Well, Jesus answers it right here. He tells us that we need to love our neighbors like ourselves. And our neighbors, it's everyone. Even the people we don't like. Even the people that are hard to be kind to. Our annoying siblings. The annoying people at school and on your team. Yes, even those people deserve kindness. Just like you do. So Jesus leaves us with that, and I want to leave you with this question. So how can you be kind to people who are different than you? What can you do this week? What can you do today and tomorrow and from now on to show people who are different that you love them just like Jesus does? Because the thing is, we all need love and kindness. And Jesus showed that to us on the cross. We didn't deserve it. In fact, if we look at it, we're probably not very kind to Jesus sometimes. Probably do some things that hurts his feelings. We probably do things that are against what he wants us to do, yet he still loves us. So if he can do that, then we can try and model that. And we can try and show Jesus' love to other people. So that's it for this month, guys. Kindness is important to everybody all the time, even when it's hard, even when they're different, even when we don't want to. I hope you guys enjoyed this so much. I will see y'all again next week as we are starting our new series, and I am super excited. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.